now watching Jay in the Morning with your host Jay Harlem and Jay Moggenheim live on Mog TV.
Yo, top of the morning.
Top of the morning. What's going on, everybody? Jay's in the Morning, number one morning show in the Polyverse. We here. Happy Monday. We made it. Another week.
Episode 55. Yeah.
We lost count under the regime, man. Shit's been going crazy.
Yeah, shit's been going crazy.
Shit's been going crazy. The tariffs trying to get us.
Yeah, the tariff war has begun and shit. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, how was your weekend?
It was cool, man. I was with the little ones. You know what I'm saying? Chilling.
Word. I'll say on Friday you didn't give out your picks, so we didn't get to hear your fake picks. But
actually, my picks were Florida and Duke, but Duke got smashed, man. I can't believe they lost. So I mean, Vegas, they was waiting. It was so funny because I was surprised throughout the college games that they actually let all the number one teams make it. You understand what I'm saying? Because usually that is the upset before it even happens. You know what I mean? So
you said they let. There's a great conspiracy. I mean, the kids are out there playing their hearts out. What do you mean they let them make it? These games are
any other season, the number ones are having upsets. They're not making it to the final, the championship. Yeah. You always see another team or something else. You know what I'm saying? That's like if your team would have won Michigan or something. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
If we would have made it, it would have been because they let us make it. It's because we went there and made it happen. I'm gonna tell you something about. It would have been an upset. They was the number two mathematically.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have no upsets according to how they usually do it. That's what I'm saying. It's very rare you see that. I don't know the last time they actually had 4 number one teams in the Final Four.
2008.
Look at that. That's a watch, bro. That was a housing collapse. Is that a sign? That a sign?
Everything's a conspiracy here on Jay's in the Morning.
Listen, we gotta get the clues, man. All the clues are out. Yeah, but Duke lost. Crazy how they lost.
That was crazy. Yeah, man. I thought the game was over, bro. I was walking away. You know what I mean? I was sitting there doing other shit. I'm like, oh yeah, they got this in the bag. I started, just paying attention to. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Fell apart.
That steal, man. They
man. That ball, man. Bro, like I've been coaching for a while. I just coached in middle school, and I could have got the ball in on them plays. Like, come on,
yeah,
bro.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, why not even do the whole fucking? You put somebody at the, free throw. You put somebody at the half court.
They were too spread out. They were too spread out, and then when they were spread out, they were clunked up. You know what I mean? They were spread out, meaning like far. They were too far out from the check-in, but then they were clumped up together. That's why that shit happened.
Yeah, but even that is like, bro, you could even throw it still across in the back. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. What are y'all doing?
Not even that. How about that bullshit foul they called on old boy to get the free throws? That's what happened. If you go back to look at that foul, that was bullshit.
Yeah, that was no foul. Yeah, he actually got hooked, bro. He got hooked.
Not only that,
like, you know what I mean?
Bro, I guess but even he had a chance to win the game, and he got fouled before he took the shot. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? There's another thing. They ain't called a foul on that. So I was like, oh, Vegas is going to get the money right here. And even the bookmakers in Vegas said, oh, thank God Duke lost.
Was Duke was the second game, right?
Yeah, Duke was the second game. And it's usually like that. It's like the last game of the night. It's always some bullshit.
Yeah, but the first game, they was letting them play too, man. They was fouling the hell out of each other. And I'm like, oh, shit, they letting them play this game. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. They let them play. That's what I said. That foul should never happen on the last. Come on, you calling a foul less than a minute left. And it was petty just enough for him to get the one-on-one. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. That was just a little too crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's shit like that you need those. This is when you need to bring in those AIs. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like fuck it. Let's have the penalties be real penalties. In these leagues because these refs could call it whenever they want.
Yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous. So
yeah,
it was good games though. It was good games, you know.
No, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Just seeing the 4 number ones go at it, it was crazy. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it was never going like once he made it to the Final Four, it was like, yo, best team's gonna win. And even
Best team
Florida,
going,
yeah, Florida almost lost. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They were down 2. They came back. So that both of the favorites were literally almost out of there. So, but one did get out. But yeah, so long for Duke, man. Everybody was counting on Duke. And then shout out to Connecticut. The girls, they won. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I kind of missed that game. Like it came on, and then I was like waiting around for it. 'Cause I was like, okay, 3:00 or whatever. And then when it did come on, like I missed like the beginning. So it was like first quarter. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna catch it right at like. Then I was doing some shit around the house. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna catch the second half for sure. I went and got a pizza or some shit. And then when I went to check the score before I was gonna go watch the game, and they was down by 20, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a wrap for South Carolina. You know what I mean? So I didn't even watch that shit. Like if the game was all like on a championship game, like with this college shit, unless it's my team, I don't like watching the game if I like once I can already really predict the outcome. It's no longer interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's my squad.
No, of course. I don't want to see the team get slaughtered.
Like,
I don't even give a shit. Yeah.
Even if it ain't even like a slaughter, like in the tournaments, like once I see it's like it's highly improbable they're gonna come back. I mean, I just stopped watching. Like I don't know, it was just like a turn, just the attention turn. With the Duke, that's what happened to me with Duke. Like I started doing everything, start texting, and then like I went to get the bathroom and get something to drink or something. I came back, I'm like, oh shit. They done fucked up, then then it got interesting again, but that's why I like March Madness in general because them games come down to the last possession almost like 85%.
No, but here's the thing: the niggas shooting a 3-pointer, foul them. Make them. They used to say, always make them earn those 3 points.
Make them own, yeah.
Especially if you're already in foul trouble, like foul him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck if he hits those 3 fucking free throws, then fuck it, he earned them. But if you're gonna let him fucking give him the space to shoot that shit.
Yeah,
he gonna do exactly what he did.
Especially nowadays. Bro. Nowadays, they'll fire that shit up, make you pay, and they do, and they did. So yeah, that was. Well, shout out to them. Shout out to DJ Panthros in the building.
DJ, what up, DJ?
We are now international.
Oh, we back on Morgan, huh? Jay Morgan.
Yeah, we on the main channel again.
Oh, I was like, that's why he said that. See, I don't think he got your other channel either.
Well, if he ain't got the other channel, he'll never get Canadian.
We released the other channel.
Yeah, man.
Shit,
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm about to go to Canada and get some fucking eggs and ship them shits down here in a truck with Big Reed and sell them. They $4 over there, DJ said, bro. They like $12 over here for a dozen, bro. That's just crazy.
Word?
Yeah, bro.
$1 an egg and shit.
$12. Yeah, shit. The cheapest you can find it maybe $10.
No, our shit's like I think it's like $3 when I just bought eggs. The only thing that was crazy expensive was orange juice. Now for a gallon, it was $7.49. And I shouldn't even have bought the shit. I still bought it just because I was in my routine of the shit I like to buy. You know what I mean? Like I was in and out the store and like I have like a little 10, 15-minute routine. So I grabbed that orange juice and I wasn't thinking about it. And I got to checking it out. I'm like, man, this shit says $7.49. I just start thinking like, damn, I'm probably gonna drink out this probably about 7-8 times. I'm like, damn, it's costing like a damn $1 a glass. Or you know what I mean? I can get a big glass of orange juice. It's fucked up.
That's exactly how you gotta do it too. You gotta think about it like that.
I do.
Or is it worth just buying a bag of oranges and fucking making your own? You know what I'm saying?
I had some orange juice. Them shits don't they don't hit the same. Or they don't squeeze enough orange juice. No, not enough juice. You know. I like freshly squeezed orange juice though.
Nah, for sure. Actually, if they got the machine for it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. They got that at our Sam's Club. They got one of them. That's the last time I had something. They had the machine going on Sunday. It's like, would you like some freshly squeezed? Let me see. I see the machine actually doing the work. I said, oh yeah, that shit hit different. It hit different. Definitely. But anyway,
Let's
Happy
start
one
with
day to
some
y'all.
crazy
Roses and Clippers.
news. Let's start with some crazy news. The real thing is going on around the country right now. Set up clip 3. You know about the
3.
story about Carmelo Anthony, right? Not the
No,
basketball star, but the kid.
I've heard his name. Okay. So
So
explain it.
basically, this kid, they was at a high school track meet, I believe. And, you know, sometimes in these schools, they have the tent set up for these schools, you know, such and such is on this side, such and such is on that side, you know. So I guess the kid, he was in supposedly in the wrong place. And the two brothers, the two white kids went after the black kid and was like, you don't belong here. You got to go over there. And I guess, so the story is the kid said, well, you know, you're gonna move me,
What do you
and then the
mean
kid
the
was
tents? Like what you mean? Like some tailgating
like,
style shit or
no, I mean, yeah, they have those on the field for the kids, so they could like stay under and stay cool. You understand what I'm saying? But
oh,
the
okay.
kids sometimes they have those so they can sit down. But I guess the other kid, the black kid, wasn't where he was supposed to be with the school he was supposed to be with, supposedly. But anyway, the kid went and put his hands on the black kid, and the black kid said, "Don't touch me again, or you know you're gonna regret it." And the dude went and grabbed him up again, and the kid went and pulled a knife out of his book bag and stabbed him once in the chest. And old boy died. So like they went on the news playing victim until that the story right now we found out that he's like, nah, yeah, I did it, but it was fucking you know, self-defense. He put his hands on me first. I told him not to touch me. I told him not to do, and he came to me. So in this clip, you'll see the brother telling the story after it happened, but you can hear the brother saying, yeah, we approached him, but then they try to put it, oh, he got aggressive. Why are you approaching him for, Karen? You the fucking security guards? Now you lost your brother for some dumb shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
let's see here.
Told me that you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, you need to move. He's like, make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So
Yeah.
just that's just what I saw. And I try to help him, but.
All right, so the track tent, they went over there. You in the wrong tent. Blah blah
yeah,
blah.
exactly. They went on some Karen shit. You in the wrong tent. Get out of here. You hear from my brother. Get you out of here. Shit. Old boy said he got. He told me, hear what he said. Oh, he got aggressive. What? How else you expect him to be?
Yeah.
You the police? Why are you approaching him, asking him about what tent he's under?
Yeah.
You feel like it was your place, and then not only that, you heard him what he said. See, he's the shit. When he says, "Oh, he grabbed his book bag," the book bag was on him, so he actually grabbed the kid. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't want to say that, and that's why the kid was like, "No, he assaulted me first." Because the other story that came out, because this is just the kid crying, talking about his brother. The other story that came out on the other side was, again, he told the kid, "Touch me then," and the kid touched him. He was like, "Well, hit me then," and the kid like basically hit him and grabbed him, and that's when old boy pulled the knife out and stabbed him. So now they trying to basically put the kid in jail for murder. The kid died.
Yeah, he probably gonna get a manslaughter charge because he had a knife. They're gonna be like, why did you have a knife? You ain't supposed to have, you know what I mean? So that's gonna be a crux of this case.
I'll tell you what though, there's a lot of racism. There's a lot of racism in that school. He might be all right. Because he could be like, I was scared for my life.
But they're gonna be
dangers
like,
in the school.
Yeah, but they're gonna get him. Like he gonna catch a manslaughter case because they're gonna say you had a knife that was already prohibited on school grounds. Blah 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 blah. And I don't know. You might probably. I don't know. That's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah. So right now it's an investigation. All that shit going on right now. And again, they're trying to see if the kid can he plead self-defense. You know, he felt he was being attacked, and his only way of defending himself was to pull a knife out. I mean, it's crazy that it happened. These kids are getting into crazy shit. You know what I mean? It's nuts. But the fact that he has that name right now, not looking good for even Carmelo's kid because he's about to go.
I thought, but when I first heard that, like, I thought that, don't he have a son named Carmelo Anthony Jr.?
Yeah.
So that's what I thought they was referring to when I saw it and I heard it. Just like, I'm like, what, his son? You know, I'm like, oh shit, here goes a situation where the celebrity kids fucked up. So I didn't, really.
I thought so too. But this kid, his name is spelled with a K. It's Carmelo with a K. Yeah, this one was Carmelo. Oh, remember that? There was a story I was telling. There was a story out in the Dominican Republic, guys. And basically a kid disappeared. And the people were looking for him all over the town. Everybody was trying to find out what was going on. They brought the mom in for questioning. They brought the dad. They was trying to find out if the dad, had owed some money or some shit. Kind of find out they found the kid. The father was hiding him, bro.
Yeah,
why? I don't know. They didn't really say no. They just said they found the kid and he was with the dad. So now they're trying to figure that shit out. I don't know, man. Who knows, man? DR. Who knows? Who knows, bro? That shit right there is just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of kids getting kidnapped, set up clip 8 for me. This is another recent story going on. People, be careful with your children. I know a lot of people like to put their kids in sporting leagues, football, baseball, basketball, and soccer is getting real shall we say popular these days because kids are actually able to get a quicker athletic scholarship through soccer than they are in other sports. You understand?
Oh yeah,
So,
one of the kids that used to play basketball for me, he actually went pro in Germany, in the soccer league in Germany. Like he was a fan over there and shit. But when he played, like I had an AAU style team. I played in the summer. Like the best kids from my high school or the middle school team. I would take them. It's called AYBT, American Youth Basketball Tour. It was like cheaper than the AAU. You know what I'm saying? Like half the price and shit. So we did that a couple years. But anyway, every summer when we had our road games and shit, the like tour time, like when we actually was going out of town and shit. Nerman was my man's name. He was our point guard. He played soccer was his whole shit, his world. So he couldn't go on our trips. He had to like go, you know what I'm saying? It was like the big tournament. We done lost him twice and shit because of the soccer and shit. I was like, man. But he ended up fucking going professional. And Europe Soccer League played against Messi and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's basically what this is. The thing about that is a lot of things in soccer. So look at that. One of your students, went and did the damn thing. Now they playing overseas. You know what I'm saying? So now what's happening? There's a lot of coaches and little leagues and stuff going around, meeting up with these parents and saying, hey, I can coach your kid. Do the whole setup. They take them to the park and then. That's why this story is wild right now. This story is wild. I want you to really tell me what you think about this story. Like, this shit is crazy.
All right. Salute Ray Elroy in the building. Thank you for pulling up, Elroy.
That's what the brother of 13-year-old Oscar Hernandez keeps crying to those trying to console him. The teen's family says his body was found by authorities in Oxnard on Wednesday after they reported him missing on Sunday. It's very painful, says Alejandra Hernandez, Oscar's older sister. A translator helped tell Oscar's story.
He was a really ambitious boy. He didn't have no bad, he didn't have no enemies. He was a good kid, and he was always telling his mom how he was gonna grow up and support them and help them out.
Alejandra tells us Oscar's father dropped him off here at this metro station just after 7 p.m. on Friday. Oscar was supposed to take a train up to Lancaster to meet his soccer coach, who he met at Whitsett Park in North Hollywood, where he played soccer in an after-school program.
This is a soccer coach, and he was telling him that he had jerseys, and I guess he could sponsor him with other different jerseys, like that they could kind of supply him with for doing soccer. that's kind of the reason why he went.
Alejandra tells us the last time the family spoke with Oscar was later that night. He said the plan was for the coach to drop him off at home the next morning. But the only communication they got from Oscar on Saturday was around 6 p.m. via text.
Supposedly it was from him, you know, saying that he was to go to a party after or something, like a little festival, like a gathering kind of. And then they told him, no, you don't have permission to do that. Like, come back here, we'll pick you up at Westside Park or something around the area. And then after he just said, like, you know, I'm gonna be like in the North Hollywood area. Yeah, that's the last thing they heard from him. Those messages, basically, yeah.
Alejandra says the soccer coach told the family he had dropped Oscar off in Sun Valley between 2 and 3 p.m. on Saturday.
And supposedly he didn't remember where the spot was, so the coach was just kind of giving him a runaround, saying, oh, I think I dropped him off here or here.
On Sunday, the Hernandez family reported Oscar missing to the LAPD. Their robbery homicide division took the lead in the search with help from the FBI. The LAPD tells us their investigation took them to an area in Oxnard, and after a foot search, they found a body that matched the description of the missing teen. Investigators say the cause of death is still undetermined, and they are actively looking for the person or people responsible. Alejandra says her family is praying for the person responsible for her brother's death to be brought to justice.
So that there is a God out there, and he had, like, you know, that, like, there's God watching, and he's watching everything, and that man had no mercy at all for her brother, you know.
Rachel Kim, KCAL News.
Damn, that's crazy.
Ain't that some shit? Nigga, you talk about, I dropped them off, and he don't remember where he dropped them off now.
Yeah, that's wild. That's tragic. I mean, damn. Parents, you gotta know who your kids is going with.
You can't just be leaving your kid. Now you talk about, but they said that they were calling the phone and the guy picked up multiple times, and at certain times he was laughing. You know, he was like, "Oh, he can't make it to the phone," and then all of a sudden the phone went dead. Like it couldn't reach him. Like,
I know, you know, about like the sports teams and the coaches, and a lot of times parents might lower their guard just because.
Bro, that shit happens, bro.
Yeah, weird shit happened. I remember my brother playing basketball, and then he played on a traveling team as well. And, you know, they had a traveling coach and all that. And my brother was in high school, so a little bit older, you know, and little, you know, they're 16. But still, we didn't really know the coach. But I remember talking to, like, when I seen him come pick him up, you know, he was like, I'm like, who is that dude? He's like, oh, yeah, that's their coach, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how the fuck we know him? But, you know, my brother's 16. He played on the team with a couple other his friends. So, you know, we just like, oh, no, okay, it's cool, blah, blah, blah. But that's just crazy. 13, you got them traveling or whatever they was going with.
So this is Jerry Jones. What up?
Jerry Jones in the building.
Got us some sneaker tip.
Golden Eye Air
Maxes. Shit, they making a new Golden Eye. That's what I heard. I think it's for the new Nintendo coming out.
Yeah, that's right. What are you talking about? Pre-orders. Actually, I seen that on some like on Instagram or some shit. I didn't know what I thought it was somebody, one of them shoe designer. You know how they be having like the custom shoe people that be doing all kind of dope shit. But no, so it's
I remember that shit. The golden gun. Every time you shot the motherfucker, that nigga still tight when you shoot him with the gun.
I remember playing that. Like that was one of the games in the era where I could still get lost in the games. I mean, I could just go like lock in, go play James Bond fucking all day long. You know what I'm saying? Like come up for air and food, and then just play 4-on-4 or whatever, 4-way.
Yeah, it was 4-on-4 because there was that in Doom. It was that in Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doom.
That's when
look at how the games are now, though. That's so crazy.
Yeah,
the games like are crazier now.
I just remember even like playing just the regular one-player mission at James Bond. You know what I'm saying? It had like it was dope. You know what I mean? It was just so we thought that was just the shit. Like, man, it's so with the graphics and you know all that. That was one that had like a little bit of AI where like you could like solve the game. You know, like when you fighting the enemies, they don't always do the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit, like it ain't the same this time. You can't just do the same shit. You know, that was like the beginning of AI. Yeah. Metal Gear too. But
that was crazy game.
James Bond. That was like one of the crazy new first person shooters. that took off. But yeah, shout out to that. All right, moving on to the next clip.
Let's see.
Actually, let's look these up real quick while we talking about it. Jerry Jones. Let's look up these shit.
The limited edition golden
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye
Air Max.
Air Maxes, huh? Oh, the Air Maxes? I fuck with Air Maxes.
Is that what he said? GoldenEye. GoldenEye shoe. GoldenEye shoes. Nike. Nike's Air Max 1, the big head mode. GoldenEye theme. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Do we rock with them here? Yeah, pretty dope.
They're gray and yellow? Gray, yellow, and black? Or they had yellow laces?
The laces and then the swoosh. It's like a oh, I see it now.
He said they're reselling for $900.
Yeah, it's crazy. Shout out to the sneakerheads.
Nah, I fuck with the Air Maxes. Those are nice. They're comfortable.
Yeah, I need some new shoes too. I need that'll be.
DJ say you need a fundraiser for some new sneakers.
Hey. No, fuck that. I just thought about something. DJ, nah, you cap. You ever seen his shoe collection, bro?
Oh, hell yeah. I got a whole closet full of shoes,
yeah,
bro.
That shit's crazy. He had to have a custom fucking closet or shelves and shit.
Look, I'm not the same size. I'll be like, yo, send me some so I can rent them out every week. Like, that's how many he got.
Yeah, he got all them damn shoes. And he don't even like sell shoes.
He just wear them, yeah.
Yeah, rich nigga shit.
Yeah, he be coordinating. Coordinate.
Yeah.
Coordinating, man.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah. It's the only person. I'll say, what's the name? Got a lot of shoes up there too. TMI. He got mad fucking shoes. Like literally, like a whole closet full of shoes and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I used to be into sneakers, and I just keep it simple. I just like the real simple joints. I can't see myself sometimes spending a certain amount of money that
like
shoes
over time.
There's certain shoes that I'll be like, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll put $200 for that. I'll put $300 for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's certain shoes, but not the way they taking it. I feel like they taking advantage of a lot of people because of this. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, well, definitely they're taking advantage of a lot of people because of it. But on top of that, I don't know. I used to have like my limit. So it was like when you buy some Air Force Ones or whatever, they would be like $59 to $79. Then that became the limit. Then like $100 became the limit. But like my new limit on any type of shoe, it's like $125, $150 max, anything. And I don't even like have no shoes that I even would think about. I'm on some simple shit anyway. Like I'm trying to think the last pair of shoes I bought. And I'm like into a phase, or I know I'm old, or I like a certain type of shoe where I'll buy a couple pairs of the same shoe just because I like it. Same shit. Like I wear those. That's my shoe. I bought some Lunar Force Ones in all colors and 2 pair of green ones. Then I finally broke them up like last month. Start wearing. You know what I'm saying?
I did it a while back with the New Balances. I got me like a pair of black ones, blue ones, and some white joints. You know what I'm saying? Just to have them. I was like, I haven't had these in a while.
Yeah, it's like
Smoke. What up, Smoke?
It's like your uniform and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is what I rock. the New Balances. That's when we bought our manager at the job, old school dude. We say always call him O. We bought him some. He's like, you know what I want for my birthday or whatever. He's like, I want some of them old man shoes. So we got him the classic white New Balance, make like the old geriatric. You know what I'm saying? They're like, but he was loving them shits. Like we was giving it to him. Like, yeah. Like so that was like his gift or whatever. And when we gave it to him, like his face was like, he was excited. He was like, he was serious because he'd go walking or whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? But he wanted some of them. He was like, yeah, the old man ones. He was like, you want them shoes? He was like, yeah, they're the best. But they really are. That's why that shit is always still popular. Like the popular that we would think it's like old man shit, but people that rock them, like that's a comfortable ass, ergonomically designed to perfection classic shoe.
That's why I like to go to the Nike running fucking shit. You ever been to those stores where they customize your shoe? Like they make you running shit, do all that? That shit's expensive, but it's worth it. Because you can do whatever in that shoe once they finish. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is literally custom to their feet. The soles, everything is perfect. Because a lot of people don't know that neither. They just like people out there, when you buy your shoes and all the shoe guys, they know you got to change the insoles. Like you keep the original just for your boxing and stuff, but you got to have different insoles. Those insoles are not made for your feet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's shit is different.
Generic design, yeah.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand. Some people just deal like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people just think, oh, you buy insoles because your feet hurt. Nah, you're supposed to put them shits in your shoes, in your boots, all that shit. I used to stay having them shits in my Timbs and in my Uptowns. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was not trying to, because it's already, like, the Uptowns is already flat. You understand what I'm saying? So,
no, I got one of my homeboys, man. He flat-footed, and he always forever had foot issues and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, all coming up, and so he used to always have to buy different insoles. So he was like, one of my first homeboys was like, fuck that. You know, he was up on the doctor shows and they're like, no, I like these. Or we had to buy some and like cut the, you know what I mean? Cut the foam out of the and make it. Even beyond that, to the point now where he's been working at his job for a minute and got some good insurance and shit, where he was showing me, hey, you know, you go to the foot doctor and he was showing me the shit that his insurance cover. Like his insoles is like next level nowadays. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh yeah, I go to the spot. The doctor, you know, like what you're talking about, you know, they got a specific to his foot, you know what I mean? And them shits go for all his shoes. And I was like, oh yeah, that's some shit you don't think about, you know what I mean? And that's something that you really do need to think about, because when you get to being our age, shit just start hurting for no reason, bro.
When you get to be your age.
Motherfucking knees hurt, feet hurt for no damn reason. Just because.
You gotta be like the Tin Man, get the oil can.
Oil can. So yeah.
Oh shit. Let's see. Oh, let's go to that reporter. Let's go to clip one, man. Clip one. Let's go to that reporter. That's like that shit right there. See, these days, everybody, you know, y'all remember Geraldo Rivera. Geraldo Rivera will get you the story. You know what I'm saying? Lado will get you the story. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't care what it took. You know what I mean? Like he got stabbed in the eye, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like so these days in media, you know, you got to be careful what you ask people.
And I watched this whole clip too. It was funny when I saw that you said this, and I said, "Oh, I seen that shit." And yeah, he had a street interview situation, and the girl was the reporter. Like, if I'm her, I'm gonna sue the shit out that lady. But y'all see who was fucking foul, because they had a long version of it. So homegirl was cool for a long time, and then it just went left. Let me see here. That shit was funny though. That shit was hilarious. So let's see how.
So when you get interviewed in the street and they ask you some questions that make you uncomfortable, or kind of like
They
trigger
would be
you.
okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Ooh, they were two-piece.
What's wrong with you? Stop holding me. That's my.
Jerked off too.
Oh my god! She just punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face.
Oh shit. She split her shit. See, the long version of that, they had an interview, it's talking about a lot of just like government spending. The interview was probably 10 plus minutes long. The shit I saw.
But she knew this girl was on some pro-life thing. You know what I mean? Like,
No, but it didn't start late. It didn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it didn't start like that at first. She's like, "Oh, I like your dress, girl." She's like, "Oh, I like your hair." And it was all cool and shit. And then like where it went, they started doing the pro-life shit. But the interviewer, like once it kind of got dicey at one point when she was talking about the abortions, and she was like, "Well, the violent girl said some shit like, well, if you didn't some old crazy excuse shit like, well, they should have a choice if they make a mistake and blah 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 blah." He's like, well, what about
yeah, somebody reviewed it.
Yeah, and then
the girl was like, oh yeah.
And then she said, well, what about people so you should just kill people in foster care, orphans, or whatever, you know what I mean? She's like, well, maybe. And she's like, that's when it like, she's like, oh, so you're just saying, I'm like, I don't know if that started pissing her off. She like cornered her and hit her with a logic question, and she answered it, and that's where it got spicy. But she caught her with it
with the sledgehammer.
Killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point.
Because she did say like I don't think she tricked her into saying it, but she's like, "What about kids in foster care? Should they just kill those kids?" And she was like, "Well, maybe." She was like, that sounds crazy.
That's really.
Ooh.
What's wrong with you?
She take boxing classes, bro. She hit her with the straight punch.
Oh my god!
And then they had like an extended version where her husband, he sounded like he's Indian, because he was like, she attacked my wife. And I was like, bro, like, if that was my wife and that just happened, like, I'm about to be fighting that lady.
These are just like regular, like, just people just trying to record some media, asking people questions. This is not even like a news channel. That's crazy.
No, yeah, that was just some street interview because her husband was a cameraman and shit or whatever. And then they followed her way down the street, and she was like, "What y'all keep following me for?" And he was like, "You're." Then she stopped and like it flexed on the man, and he got scared. And I'm like, "Man, what kind of bullshit is this?" And that's when I heard he's like, "That is my wife," and I was like, "Oh shit, y'all kind of couple."
Cracked over the head with the camera, like, "Bitch, beat, two-piece my wife, bitch."
You see how she split her? Like she needs some stitches.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones, I want to say something, but I don't know if y'all know or not. No, we don't know till you tell us, Jerry. Give us the lowdown. Give us the lowdown, Jerry. I would love to hear it while I load the next clip. Clips on clips on clips.
I don't know or not. Okay. Little clip 6 with Trump. And we was talking about this, and he's enforcing shit now. A lot of people thinking it wasn't going to hit home.
That Lucid girl on Dominican Cupid. Oh, it don't surprise me, you know what I mean?
Oh, we know that. Yeah. She was on Tinder. He wouldn't let her get on Tinder. Yeah.
They all, you know what I'm saying?
He raced the Tinders. Yeah, clip 6, yeah.
All right, go. Dominican Cupid.
Says abruptly canceled. That's what's happening to dozens of students at colleges and universities across the country, including right here in the Bay Area. Stanford and Cal are among the growing lists. The unanswered question from the Trump administration, why it happened. NBC Bay Area's Emma Goss has a closer look at the impact this is having on students at Bay Area campuses.
International students at UC Berkeley on edge Saturday and keeping quiet.
I think it's an overall climate of fear.
After learning at least 4 people affiliated with the university had their visas revoked, 2 current students and 2 recent graduates enrolled in extension programs. And Cal is not alone. This week, Stanford confirmed 6 student visas were revoked, among them 4 current students and 2 recent grads. At UC Davis, 12 visas revoked, 7 of them of current students, 5 of recent grads. Further south at UC San Diego, 5 student visas were revoked. The university confirmed a 6th student was detained at the border and later deported.
Within the immigration law, there's reasons, legal reasons that the government can allege to try to revoke a student visa.
Reasons run the gamut, from not keeping records up to date or having traffic violations to more serious violations.
It's national security and public interest issues.
While universities say they're in the dark as to why student visas were canceled without warning this week, the Trump administration has warned of taking such actions by cracking down on activists like Columbia University's Mahmoud Khalil, who was arrested last month for his role in leading pro-Palestinian campus protests, which federal officials called activities that, quote, aligned with Hamas. Palestine will be free. At Cal, where pro-Palestinian student activism has at times erupted into violence, students are worried.
A lot of activism, a lot of international students speaking their voice.
Yes.
I even encountered a student who spoke about his personal family in Palestine, so I worry about students like that.
Other students are angry.
One of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. These are such hardworking students and they don't deserve to have that sort of uncertainty around their life. Unfair and discriminatory.
Administrators at Cal, Stanford, and UC Davis tell NBC Bay Area they're providing resources to the international students whose visas were revoked and are helping them retain legal assistance. Emma Goss, NBC Bay Area News.
That's crazy. You're going to college and, come over here.
Well, that's the thing.
Status.
That's the thing that I've seen, that story and some other ones when people don't realize that when you're over here on a visa, you don't have the same rights. They say, oh, that's just like when we are in another country, they can tell you whatever reason, nah, you got to go back. We're revoking your visa for whatever reason. It's a privilege to be here. So if we already given you the privilege to come over here and study, we're not giving you the privilege to be over here and, criticizing our government or none of that shit. So if you were part of those, that's the stance. I'm not saying I technically agree with it, but I understand it. And they say, well, if you want to be down with any of the causes that we don't fuck with, and you over here on a student visa, we're gonna revoke your visa. Because if before the fact, when you apply for that visa, and they say, oh, what you coming here for? Or what do you think? What do you what are you about? And you was like, yeah, I'm pro Hamas and da 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 da. And I fuck with this, and that. And oh, we don't want you over here. You're not going to come provide anything that's going to benefit us. You're actually going to come over here and stir up, bullshit. That's the stance. So that's what they're telling these protesters and shit. If y'all from another country, you got to go.
Bro, I saw this other video where they took this mother out of her car. They pulled her over and they were tracking her down. And her kids were in the car. And it was and they were ice. Yeah, and then they had the kids crying, and it was like, you can't do that. And the mom was in the country for over 38 years. That's a long time, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of people are getting hit up like that.
Yeah. Especially it's like any little thing will get you sent back.
Well, but they said it, but the IRS is gonna report everybody who did the taxes.
They about to abolish them.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna release those names to ICE before they do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you think about that 32-hour work week they talk about? Everybody over here sounding like happy as hell, but like, yeah, but they're gonna cut your hours. That means less pay. Your bill's still the same price.
But the thing about 32 hour work week,
They said it's gonna be illegal to work more than 32 hours in a minute after they pass that shit.
no, I mean, okay, the thing about 40-hour work week or 40 hours is like once you get the 40-hour full-time job, is when they provide benefits. So now it sounds like they're going to start providing benefits at 32 hours, which will give people that, you know what I'm saying, like how companies
If that's the case, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like they want to cut everything off.
At my job, for a while, they had like only full-time 40-hour full-time jobs where they provided, you know, because once you work full-time, that's when you have to get insurance, and that's the whole, you know, the whole goal of getting the 40-hour week.
Exactly. That's how you can get away from not getting insurance.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how before they were, you know what I'm saying? So our company only had like certain positions that were 40-hour week positions, but the majority of your workforce, I would say 60% of them, was all part-time workforce. But eventually when the stuff picked up, they got so busy, they started having like the people that worked on the one shift could double shift, right? So now they're double shifting and everybody's happy because they're getting work. But it's like, okay, so now y'all are putting in full-time hours, but you're only qualified or classified as a part-time employee, therefore you don't get full-time benefits. Okay, whatever.
Exactly.
But the union, after a while, they made a case that said, look, y'all have been, you know, working these people, double shifting them for long enough to set a precedent that you guys got to provide X amount of full-time jobs for that reason. So that made them fight because y'all are working. So this right here sounds like a move to even reduce it to 32, which you got to consider a full-time, because that's kind of like how I think France and shit is.
And then it opens up more jobs, because if you think about it, they got to fill in those 8 hours.
That, but now they're providing benefits to people that don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I
Who
guess
said that? Nobody said that, though. That's what I'm saying. Those implications of the 40 hours, like, what if they keep that still? Like, nah, that's your fault. So you better hope your job lets you do an extra 8 hours so you can qualify.
But I'm saying if 32 is considered full-time work, I'm talking about what comes along with full-time work. So that's how I looked at it.
So they'll have to adjust all the laws then. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If that's
they'll redefining of the, like 30.
But again, like I said, that'd be fucked up. They cut your hours, they cut your pay. They're not saying, yo, you're gonna work 32 and you're still gonna make the same amount of money. Nobody's saying that. You see what I mean? Like, how you gonna force someone to take an extra day when they signed up for those days, and then now they're gonna be short on their money? The economy is already bad as it is. You understand? Like it feels like the setup for the Great Depression. You understand? You got the terrorists already jumping shit off. You know what I mean? Now you about to cut motherfuckers' hours, which means their pay is gonna be less. Bills are still high. So what the fuck? Like that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I just don't think stock market's getting smashed. You know what I mean? All them coins are getting hit. It's not looking too good, people. It's gonna be a lot. You hear that? It's rain. It's gonna be a lot of rain. So get your umbrellas out. Okay? Shit is not looking good right now. Oh man.
Yeah, so you're saying the part-time workers that get the full-time benefits. Yeah, we'll see how that shit works. Is that was that for a specific state? Was that New York or something you was talking about? If you heard that, or
no, the 32 hours.
Yeah, that was like
no, that's federal. They're trying to make that federal. Like that's federal. Like yeah. So okay. I mean, just because they made it federal, don't mean it applies to the city. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, but
what I mean, like regular companies. That's what I'm trying to say.
I was gonna say because I was just the other day. You know what minimum wage is?
$15.
No, $7.25 is like the.
It depends on the state. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the federal minimum, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, damn, I didn't realize that. I was watching some, economist video the other day, and it was breaking down this price of labor, blah blah blah. And they was like, I thought the video was old when he said it. $7.25 is minimum wage, United States, blah 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 blah. I'm like, nah, hold on. I paused the video and Googled that shit. I was like, damn. Now every state, yeah, but I mean, like the lowest is $7.20. I'm like, who the fuck can work for $7.25, bro?
Bro, like, I remember motherfuckers working for $4.
That's crazy. I'm just thinking, just to get to work. You know what I mean? Like I burn a gallon of gas going to work every day, there and back. Roughly. So it's like that already costs. So if that was the case, it would cost you at $7.25. It would cost fucking hour work to go to drive to work for 2 days.
But that's why they called it modern day slavery, bro. You understand what I'm saying? We're still relying on master. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
They know what they're doing. Let them go home and fight their war.
Most companies taking I thought they too. Yeah, they're going to have to put on more employees. That was one of the things.
Get full-time benefits. Those companies are going to still need 40 hours of work regardless. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If not, they got to take that away and hire someone new. That's what I said. I think it opens up jobs.
Yeah, that too.
Or like you said, what if they make it 32 and then after 32 is time and a half?
Yeah, it's time and a half.
That'll be good. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a couple.
But again, like if you do your 40 hours and they play it out and be like, all right, we're gonna give each one of y'all your last 8 hours time and a half. That's a good look. But again, we don't know that's gonna happen. I don't think any of that shit's gonna happen.
I just know I seen a documentary, Michael Moore documentary on what was it? It was on France.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how that shit is. They get they only work like 4 days out the week. Some shit like that. It was actually pretty cool. I'm like, why? And it's like our shit's like that because it's all about making money. It's like, damn. I don't know to see what the name of that documentary was, but it was interesting. Very interesting. It seems like we go into that. I think that's what they had, a 32 or 24-hour work week.
Shit.
All right, let me
see.
Like
I said, they could cut it down to whatever they want. This shit is now, again, is what are you getting paid? Are you still getting paid hourly, or are they going to make it salary? Because that's kind of fucked up. Like I said, people are going to lose hours. You're going to lose hours, man. Set up, I was just saying, well, I just saw the clip. Oh, yeah. So after, like since Trump is deciding to do all this stuff, set up clip 5. That president in South Korea, remember back in December when he declared martial law?
Yeah, I kind of see. I said he got ousted. I did see that.
Yeah, that basically, it's the shock heard around the world. So your services, Gino Brown
kicked his president out of office. We're talking about Yoon Suk-yeol, the one who declared martial law back in December.
주문, 피청구인 대통령 윤석열을 파면한다.
And what we're seeing right now, a huge range of emotion. Opponents of President Yoon literally dancing in the street, some of them crying. But his conservative supporters, many with Stop the Steal signs, are devastated, saying they think the president is being stolen from them. The bottom line today, South Korea's highest court said when Yoon tried to impose martial law, that violated the Constitution. So he is done being president, effective immediately. And as for what happens now, there's going to be an election within 60 days to pick a new president. Until then, the prime minister is in charge. Yoon, though, still faces a criminal trial for his martial law declaration, and he could ultimately face years in prison. Yoon is South Korea's second president to be removed through impeachment after President Park Geun-hye in March of 2017. And looking ahead, South Korea faces new stiff U.S. tariffs, so the country will have to elect a new president, one who could go toe-to-toe with the Trump administration.
It's going to be the prime minister. You know what I'm saying? They're going to work him in there. That might have been a move, too. On the, United States always had their fucking fingers in all that shit.
That might happen to Trump, because they've been trying to lock Trump up for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But he signed all those executive orders. The only way they can fight that is taking that shit to the Supreme Courts.
Facts, yeah. America's a corporation on top of that. So, yeah, big business. I can see that. But, yeah, I saw they got him up out of there. So I was like, is that going to change anything? Or I was like, or is the next one in line? We'll know because how friendly the next one will be with us. And they were like, yeah, they had something to do with that shit. They had something to do with that shit, man.
Listen, that shit right there alone is like, play this. Even us as the people, like, we can push for a lot of fucking things to happen to fucking councilmen. You know what I'm saying? All these congressmen, but then we're not doing nothing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of corruption going on, and we're not aware of it. We know it's happening, but we don't know what is happening. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's coming to that point. But again, that's why when you get dudes like Trump in office and he's exposing what he already knew was general knowledge in DC. You know what I mean? He's just like, listen, we not having that no more. That's enough of that. Y'all not getting no more of that pie. It's time to get that up. It's time to get that money over here. And again, they did this back in the day. They know the outcome, and I think, like I said, there's a plan to this shit. Especially everybody who likes stock and likes crypto, buy low, sell high, right? Y'all know the game. This is a good time to invest, But I got a feeling, I'm gonna say right now, I believe another housing bubble is going to happen.
Think so?
A lot of people are over leveraged. A lot of Airbnbs, a lot of they don't own shit. They just own debt. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And again, a lot of payments are not being made. Think about your average Joe who just got into the Airbnb business and been approved for 3 properties. We talk about average Joe, not your real estate guru. You understand what I'm saying? And if you think about it now, it's average Joe with an Airbnb. So, again, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but I believe another housing crisis is going to hit again. It's going to pop. Because now with all this shit getting hit, this is a young heart attack done. Yeah,
heart attack done.
CIA shit. Yeah.
So he's talking about some new shit that can hit you with some fucking microwaves or some shit, fuck you up.
And frequencies, man. They always said it, man. Shit, man.
Let's see here. Yeah, hit him with the halftime. I got a crazy clip too, depending on how the conversation goes. I'm gonna break it out. I'm gonna have to break it out. Where the fuck is this shit at? Where's my boy at? There he is.
Shout out Huncho 3 times. Bitch, I'm riding with the gang. I be riding with them AKs. Side buzzing, boy, they hop out, bustin' rain. All my niggas pull up on this block and let it rain. All my niggas really ready to bust in your brain. Yeah. Bitch, you know we thuggin'. Yeah. To have a boss like this, you gotta be from the fucking streets. Yeah. How you think I made a name in the full streets? My little brother here, L3, yeah.
Shout out to the L3s in the building.
I think the day I don't laugh at that, we definitely gonna have to change it. It's been 55 in a row. I still laugh, so it's still there, still got. It's funny though. Like a kid is funny.
Yeah. NBA white boy, I think they call him.
Yeah, I know you said that. I thought it was just a little kid rapping. I didn't even know he was a real rapper.
No, I think he wasn't at first, but that shit, or you know what I'm saying? Like
it went viral. It went viral.
That, and I think he was, yeah. But now
he turned into JJ Fist. Girl, I wanna break it down.
JJ Ice Fish. Speaking of fake wild shit, what's up with the Millie Bobby fake skincare demo?
Oh, that I wanted to throw. Okay, what clip was that? Let me see. What clip was that? Whatever. Right.
Clip 9.
Clip 9. I said, yeah. I said, this is how these TikTok influencers be catching everybody to buy certain products. And I said, now a star got caught up. You understand what I'm saying? So she thought it would be a good idea to pretend to put on a certain product that she was promoting, and the fans called her out. And she was like, oh, no, I was just doing a walkthrough and then showing you how I did it. But they're like, yeah, bullshit. We're not buying that shit.
Doing a demo of your skincare products. Stranger Things actress Millie Bobby Brown has learned you've really got to use them.
It's Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown in a video tutorial for her own skincare line.
Now I'm going to do the Clean Magic Face Wash. Let's go.
Not.
Okay, so I'm applying now.
She appears to rub the product on her face.
Oh, you immediately feel better. Okay, now I'm going to...
Now take a closer look. If that's face wash, where are the suds? Her fans quickly called her out. Wow, a magic invisible product that we couldn't even see being applied? Goes one comment. I am convinced you are selling air in cute purple bottles. Goes another. The 15-year-old seems to admit she faked it. I thought doing a quick video replicating my personal process for that night was okay, but that's not what was conveyed. I understand.
Busted. If you're doing it...
Busted.
Busted, yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. It busted. She busted, man. Listen, trying to fake the funk to sell products, man. Come on now. Got caught up out there. So you see on TikTok, like if you go to TikTok, there always be a lot of people selling products now. Everybody's selling products now. They're using it, they're selling it, they're talking about it, they're finding a way. There's even people that are literally going into Walmart or Target and sponsoring the product at the store. Like I seen that shit. That was very clever because it was acting like they were buying it, but they weren't. They were just acting like they worked there and they talked about it. You know what I'm saying? And they put their link so they can get it through the link and be like, oh look, it says this much at the store, but if you hit my link, you can get it for this much. Smart. Fucking geniuses. Fucking schmad. They schmad out there. The hustle, man. Listen, shit. I'm about to go do that chicken egg run, bro. See, I thought I was gonna go all the way to see DJ. Now I just might just go to see you. You said they $3, bro. You just said $4. They $4 over there.
And you ain't got to cross no international borders, see?
I ain't got to cross the border. Listen, I need you to fly the drone. Fly me 3 dozen eggs over here. That'd be hot. You can do a drone delivery service.
Yeah.
That'd be hot. I mean, they got that, but it's like locally. Amazon was doing that shit for a while already. Definitely. What was the clip you was talking about you had?
Let me see, Jerry. Describe your clip, Jerry. It's one that's gonna go around, and I like to break clips out. This one right here, I was gonna let not go, but somebody else is gonna play it, and I've already seen it twice. You know what I'm saying? So
Jerry said, "How can I send y'all a clip?" All right, so Jerry's the first one to send a clip into the show. Shout out to Jerry Jones.
But does it have it? Is it a delete the video clip, Jerry? How could you send it? Let me see. Do you have any of our Instagrams? That could be that, or I could rent you up. If you got a link, you could put the link in the chat. It's funny from TikTok. Let me see, because I don't have TikTok. But if you already have the clip, some type of way loaded, we can do it that way. Or yeah, I'm trying to think. You have TikTok?
Yeah, but I can't. If I get off, the thing to send me off.
All right, now let me see here. Let's see. We'll try it this way, Jerry. I will make sure. See if you wrenched up. Then you can just drop the link for it, and I'll see if I can grab it like that.
Can I put the address in the chat?
Yeah, but I gotta make sure he wrenched up first, so it'll be a link.
No, but you said you had a clip. You said you had your own clip.
Yeah, I do. I have a clip.
That's what. Oh, I thought you thought the Jerry Jones clip was the clip you was talking about.
No. But when the way he said that, I'm like, oh shit, is he talking about the clip before the clip? So like, I gotta make sure. Go a little slight description. You know what I'm saying? I might let that be the final clip of the night. All right, moving right along. Let me see here what this clip was. I'll ask you about. Set up. Oh yeah. Clip 11. That looked interesting.
Yeah, Houston. So that was basically another ICE type raid, but they used the game. It was illegal gaming going on in Houston. So they did a fucking raid. And basically the raid, I guess they were able to get the warrants due to basically saying that a lot of illegal immigrants were working in these gaming rooms.
We're learning more about the law enforcement raids on game rooms throughout the city yesterday. The U.S. Attorney's Office says more than 700 law enforcement were involved as they hit 45 locations all at once. 14 people are now in federal custody for their role in an illegal game room enterprise worth, we're told, $22 million. Reporter Micah Hatfield live near downtown with what law enforcement found during the raids. Micah?
Eric, the U.S. Attorney's Office told us they seized more than $4.5 million in cash during those raids yesterday. They say there are also a number of real estate properties as well as luxury cars that it is believed were bought with money from these illegal game rooms. Today, the U.S. Attorney's Office called Nisar Ali the mastermind behind what they describe as being a sophisticated operation. He was taken into custody, as well as 13 others described as working for him. Federal officials say they ran the game rooms and helped him stash bulk currency in stash houses or other investments. This investigation started in 2019 when officials say an undercover officer befriended Ali and posed as someone who could shield him from law enforcement. They say Ali paid him at least $500,000 during that time. The U.S. Attorney's Office was asked today in a news conference what the implications were for Houstonians as it relates to this game room enterprise. They did not identify any violent crime related to the operation.
We, as the people that live in Houston, we see our community and we say, you know what, that's just having that game room on the corner and the people hanging out there all hours of the night and, doing drugs or drinking outside, prostitutes being there on the track. That is just something we have to deal with living in Houston. And I think a case like this shows that that doesn't have to be the case, that we're going to vigorously prosecute state and federal laws whenever they are broken.
Agents also took another 31 people into custody, and they were handed over to ICE. We're told that they were either patrons of the game room or they were undocumented people who were hired by Ali to serve as security for the game rooms or to work at businesses that supported the criminal enterprise. Today, the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Damn, got them. Yeah, they ain't fucking around with that shit.
Confiscated $4.5 million Fucking cops been investigating him since 2019. Old boy undercover ass motherfucker. That's crazy.
Please, my head, please.
That's crazy.
What's that? I'm playing something.
No, I think it's a Jerry Jones clip. Is the clip say that the point of view of an average American Jerry Jones? Is that what the clip is? That's the title when you put it on. I don't have TikTok, but it loads that clip up. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a clip of him on Dominican Cupid seeing Lucy's picture.
The size of my
I think
head.
it's what it, oh shit, hold on.
My head, please.
All right, boom.
The Sun King.
The Sun King. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's the name of the dude's channel. Let me see if there's related videos. I think this is it. I believe so. Let's see. Let's present shit. Chrome tab. Yeah, the Sun King. All right. Jerry Jones with the first viewer clip ever.
Let's see.
All right, boom. TikTok. All right, here we go.
Have a burger the size of my head,
you
please.
hear it?
The size of my head, and then if you could just deep fry that. And then if you could just deep fry that.
By George,
Really go for a bowl
really
of
go
banana
for a bowl of
fish
banana
soup.
fish pea
Oh
soup.
God, I'm salivating.
Oh, God, I'm salivating.
Thinking about it.
Stop it, stop
Thinking
it,
about
stop
it.
Doubles up.
Not as free.
You heard? It's doubled up.
What happened?
It's like it's doubled up. I'm hearing it double.
Okay, let me see. If all right. Boom.
Pea soup.
Oh, of my head, please. And then if you could just deep fry that.
By George, I could really go for a bowl of banana fish pea soup. Oh God, I'm salivating just thinking about it. Nice fruity fish bowl of peas and banana and sardines. Sardines, banana and peas. I'll have me a big bowl, please. Very good.
Have a burger the size of my head, please.
What the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck. Is that Jerry?
Reminded me of, you need to explain the clip. You need to explain the clip.
Yeah,
I don't get that clip.
Get some context behind that.
We might stop the contest.
Oh yeah,
Mackin' dude.
It was mocking the dude. Yeah, his British accent, but he was
Mocking
like,
dude. Oh, he's mocking.
yeah, the fucking he did kind of sound like the British thing. Put me in the mind of Big J. Shout out to Big J. I don't want no smoke, but yeah, the British accent. I was just telling my dad yesterday. We were watching something. I was like, I wish I could talk, with a thick British accent like that. Just be able to like switch it up. Some people I can say some things like it, but I have to practice.
Yeah.
Or to have any or like a, how you go to school to learn a language. You should be able to. I'm
What up,
well,
Joe?
acting school to teach you accents. So that'd be dope.
Yeah. That's gonna be funny because a lot of these actors be British and shit.
Yeah, they can master American really easy. The other way around.
like the guy from Snowfall.
Yeah, all them. Even
He be doing Denzel impersonations. Yeah, the Stringer Bell dude too. That's crazy.
Yeah, some of our favorite characters. Ain't even American.
Yo, set up clip 4. I call clip 4 the hug heard around the world.
Salute there. That's Coach, right? Brandon Levy in the building. Thanks for pulling up. I said the hug heard.
Everybody in the building, in the bushes, in the rewire, homework, in the car, in the trucks. Appreciate you guys always.
Has many commenters calling on that dance studio owner to apologize, but that little girl's parents tell me that they have yet to receive an apology.
It was a kick to the gut.
That's how Melissa Breglia felt watching this interaction from the audience.
That was rude.
Of her daughter Shania accepting an award at a dance competition last week.
She hugged everybody else. She said, "Mommy, I did all my moves. I smiled the whole time, and I didn't get a hug, but they did."
According to its website, the woman is a dance coach at Expressions Dance Studio in Plainville.
I went up to Nadia and said, "How dare you? How dare you make my child feel less than?" And she instantly stiffened up and was like, "I didn't do anything. Why are you yelling at me?" I said, "You had her standing on stage alone, and she leaned in to hug you, and you sidestepped her." And she said, "I didn't do that. I didn't do anything to her."
Breglia thought she was overreacting until another audience member sent her this video. Breglia posted it on her TikTok, and it instantly went viral. We visited Dance Expressions Wednesday, but no one answered the door. Their phone voicemail box is full, and they've taken down their social media pages. Breglia says both of her daughters who dance for the studio are now kicked out of the program.
But at no point in time was there a conversation about your actions, an apology towards my daughter.
As they look for a new dance studio, they're grateful for the outpouring of support from people all over the world.
This has reached globally. I have had people from Australia, Germany, UK, Ghana reach out to me and just say, "Please hug that little girl and tell her that you have support, you have people that want to give you a hug."
Now, again, we did try to reach the owner of that dance studio for comment, but have not yet heard back. Live in Plainville, Amanda Pitts, NBC, Connecticut News. Guys.
Amanda, thank you.
Man, that's crazy.
Hug, heard. What did you think about that? You saw it for yourself. Did it look intentional?
I seen, yeah, like I watched it a couple times. I seen that, like another clip of that. It was just the, just that video, like with the commentary. Like you heard the person that was recording. It was like that was rude. You know what I mean? And I was like, because first when I watched it, I didn't catch it. You know, I was looking for something else. I thought it was gonna be like a fight or some shit. So I was like, so then when they pointed it out, I was like, well, damn, she kind of, then when the little girl leaned in, I'm like, well, damn, was the coach just on some oblivious shit, and it just looked like that, or did she really like, you know what I mean? Is there more context?
What if she thought she was grabbing all of them and she did? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what if it really was like
her arms out?
Yeah, it just looked bad. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's what I mean. Like they don't explain that there was a history.
But then she approached her. And she didn't feel no remorse, so apparently she must have felt some type of way. You understand what I'm saying? Because think about it. If it was a mistake, she would be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry." You know what I mean? Like that would be a different story. It would be that would be the story. But she's like literally stood on what she's like. I ain't do nothing wrong. Like you know, I didn't do shit. Like I don't know why you talking to me like that. You being rude. You know. So, and then they kicked her out the studio. That's crazy. You saw that, right? She couldn't dance no more there.
Yeah, they made it like, yeah, it's probably better if we just part ways. And yeah,
like shit. I mean, I'm never gonna dance again.
I mean, because my sister owns a dance studio. She owned it for like 10 20-something years, 20. I don't know. She's like got records and shit known. So I know there's all type of dance school drama. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. At the surface, I see what everybody's saying, but I'm like, it could be a whole lot of other shit going on with that shit too. You know what I'm saying? That people don't even realize it ain't, because they immediately jump to, oh, it's because she was the black girl. You know what I mean? That's what I was seeing in the comments and shit. You know, like, look, she's the only, dancer of color, and that's what they did, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, it could be a whole lot of dance schools be having some other shit going on. But hey, it looked bad right now. You know what I'm saying? Even in their actions, they took their social page down. It's fucking their business up.
Yeah.
They're
getting a lot of negative feedback.
Yeah,
they're gonna go from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC soon. That's what they're gonna do.
Now, if the coach just would have stood behind, like, it wouldn't have been a hug. She just immediately got behind the kids on some group picture type shit. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? It wouldn't even be a story, but it was like, you didn't hug her. She reached in to hug you. And so I'm like, I don't know.
And she reached in.
Because
what if that little girl would have like walked across the stage and like went to hug her and she would like pushed her? Like,
I mean, women would be like, okay, but you gotta think too. Like, let's say you have a great relationship with the dance teacher and everything as the parent, right? And that happens, right? You wouldn't see it as a snub, you know what I'm saying? Because you'll be like, no, there wouldn't be no reason for her to not hug my child. So I wouldn't even see it that way. You know what I mean? Like, it was just an innocent mistake, or it just looked like that, or it was just bad timing. If you had a great relationship, because you wouldn't even have thought it like that, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that they magnifying on it may be like, okay, well, they already might have had some kind of, you know what I mean? So that just like, I don't know, you know what I mean? So that's just crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah,
she might be able to sue. Public humiliation.
Yeah, they got the Harlem ambulance chasers already.
Harlem Cochran.
Hey yo! All right.
Harlem, Johnny Cochran. Everybody knows the name.
Oh, that's not an AO moment.
Right. Not at all. Not at all. So,
all right.
Not at all. That's why I put out the correction. What it is for those who try to go swimming in the pool. Pause. You know what
oh shit, the pool is Cochran. All right. Clip number 5. What's up with clip number 5?
Clip number 5. No, we did that one. That was the martial law one, and then
I'm
hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Set up clip number 7.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I meant to say.
No, it's 7. So imagine, these days, everybody want a little happy marriage and all this stuff, but it's been a lot more cheating going on out there. If people haven't noticed, but a lot more openly and like not giving a shit neither. You know what I'm saying? So this, you know what I mean? Like, real talk. Like, there's no remorse. They don't give a fuck no more. So speaking of don't give a fuck, so think about this guy. He's tracking his wife down, and he wants to make it work. And this is what she does.
You still doing your cheating stuff, right? No, there's no listening. You know what I mean? I already checked in with the hotel security. I mean, I know which room you in. I'm not trying to cause no waves. I'm not trying to cause no waves. No, keep going. If you want to go in there,
we're having a good time. We don't have time for this. Go home.
She said we having a good time.
Like you really hurting me right now.
Call the home. You're gonna wake me. How the get up here?
Listen, you really gonna do this? You really gonna compromise what we had, right? You gonna compromise what we had, right? Huh? Listen, after this, no. After this, I'm not following you no more. I'm not worried about this no more. No more Instagram, no more Facebook.
Thank you.
All right.
Because I'm going to here with a real man.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No one has been cash app in the years.
All right. That's what it is, right?
What you doing? What you doing that happens to you?
Man.
She said, I'm going in here with a real man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I mean, you can't make no scene or nothing. if you're trying to go to jail. But hey, if you're trying to go to jail, fuck it, I'm gonna go to jail today. Hey,
Listen, it's a temporary insanity. You know what I'm saying? I got it all on
Crime of
tape.
passion.
Listen, over here at Harlem Cochran Esquire, we get you all. We got defense cases,
What you about to
lawsuits.
say? What you about to say? I heard that. Hey yo, hey yo.
That's at Harlem Cochran Esquire.
Well, what? What did you say? What was your slogan gonna be?
What the slogan's going to be?
The
slogan's going. I said whether you need lawsuits or representation, we got you.
All right, we got you. All right.
We can set up a case. What we'll do is just hire other lawyers to do the work. You ever seen it? That's what I found out about the 1-800 lawyers. You know that the 1-800 lawyers. I don't know if people ever seen those commercials. The 1-800 lawyers. Well, basically, it was a company that was made, and what they would do was they would basically get the information and route it out to the nearest person in the area. Who they would be like, hey, listen, I got this case for you, but I'm gonna need a little kickback off of this.
The middleman and shit. Just
Yeah.
like fucking Expedia or any of them little, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you looking for? Okay, I got the whole list or whatever, and I just need to know where you are and how to get that. You know, they give you the little cutback, little finder's fee, or they used to have another, like, I don't know if it was like Jeeves or, you know, like them specific search engines that were, like you said, lawyers.com. They have other ones too, like how they used to have
oh, they got a whole bunch of them. They got a whole bunch of them.
Whatever, but they get a little cutback. But hey, doing that, you'd be amazed at how much business they get just by those leads. Because even like real estate sales leads, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a friend of mine tell me, he was like, man, you find a house that we flip the deal, I give you $5,000. I said, damn. Like, that's just he said, on a good flip, hell yeah. Because they're gonna make way 20, 30 times that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah. So just imagine if you just had to.
That's why it'll be like. That's why the casinos always be like, you refer a friend, and we'll give you $50, $100, because they're gonna take the shit.
We're gonna believe your friend.
Your friend is gonna be broke. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be over for that friend.
Hit by the waves. Speaking of getting hit by the waves.
Oh, this is crazy right here, man. This is why I don't take cruises, bro.
You never been on a cruise? You never did a cruise ship?
Never.
Okay.
Nope. I've been on a boat before, but I ain't never been on a cruise. Like, you know, for days out at sea in the middle of fucking nowhere. Hell no.
We did one, but it was cool, but
is not for the faint of heart. Watch if you're brave enough as a cruise ship navigates the famously rough waters of the Drake Passage. People can be seen tumbling into walls and bracing themselves as the ship gets tossed by the waves. The Drake Passage is one of the world's most treacherous waterways, where the Atlantic, Pacific, and Southern Oceans all collide above Antarctica. The result? Wild weather and ferocious.
Damn, they're throwing them people around. I've seen those videos where they show like the whole damn dining room. You just see all the fucking tables just like slide and some shit when it's rough. When it's rough seas, that's. Ooh.
You saw them waves? Get the fuck out of it. I'm surprised them windows didn't crack.
Yeah, I mean them ships they go through some crazy shit that you would think.
Yeah, but they're not submarines, bro. They take so much damage.
Yeah, but they're made to. Yeah, you see how that one took. You know, like they'll fuck the people up. You know, and like that, but it won't like capsize certain. You know, it's amazing with some of them ships.
Bro, I ain't doing that. You said you can't. If I'm on a plane, like I said, at least fucking. I'll die in the air and then land smack right in the water. I'm good. I'm dead now. But you a boat? Oh, it's over for you, bro. You're gonna become shark food. You know what I mean? You're gonna drown. It's done, bro. It's over for you, man. You can't just step off a boat. You know, see, you know what's so crazy? Like, why they don't have, like, you know how they have those, like, life preservers for everybody? Like, why they don't got, like, fucking individual jet skis and shit for them huge ass boats? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want individual escape jet ski pods.
So you can have a couple thousand of them shits on the boat.
Yeah, hey,
everybody got to know how to.
They building fucking islands and fucking cities on these motherfuckers. Might as well.
Yeah, they do have like some. Yeah, it depends on the ship.
Shit,
you got Jerry Jones backstage.
The Jerry Jones for the J's in the morning. He don't even got to change his name. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, that's what's up there. Jerry Jones in the building. Salute, what's popping, Jerry?
What's JJ, man. Top of the morning, top of the motherfucking morning.
Yo, what's good with you, man?
What's going on with
over here, fucking getting this trailer unloaded and shit. I figure I might as well jump in and holler at y'all.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Hey, y'all can hear the truck in the background? It's a truck next to me that's
not really. I mean, I can
nothing crazy.
Like
all right.
So you getting your morning truck on, huh?
Hell yeah, I gotta get to this bread, man. I woke up early and saw that they had them shoes that was on pre-order. I was like, bro, I gotta get them shits.
But those ain't the one that's like, I was gonna ask you, were they like on like the lottery type shit, or they just like
Nah, it was on Nike. I ain't never seen that shit. They did a pre-order for them shits. And cause I just paid cause they had the fucking Donkey Kong shits that came out and I wasn't able to get them. I had to pay like $500 to get them shits on StockX. But I got these shits though.
Okay. Now that's what I was figuring out, because I was like, okay, he's a sneakerhead. There must be like something.
Yeah, I be in the truck. I don't even be wearing these shits. I just like to buy shit to make it feel like I'm doing something. I can't do shit else. I can't do nothing else.
You gotta wear them on your day off around the house, man.
No, I ain't gonna see them bitches till June.
Oh man.
Spam. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you listening while you working, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, them lives be keeping niggas entertained while niggas be out on the road and shit, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Happy to hear that, man. That's what we do it for, man. Little something different with a little bit of the space. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Give me updated news. You know, that's how we do it. You know, shit. In fact, let's see. Let's get them into another story real quick. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, you got the last crazy one to me, which is nuts. It's like how this guy's gonna go to jail. I mean, we know why in the story, but listen to how outrageous it is. The lifeguard is going to jail for saving a drowning boy.
What?
Hit the clip.
Say you're a coward, exactly. And I hope you rot in hell in prison for the rest of your damn life.
This is the moment an angry mother confronted a lifeguard who saved her son from drowning. Zachary Stein, 23, who works as a lifeguard at Chelsea Piers in Stamford, was arrested on charges of endangering the life of Adam Katak, a 5-year-old boy, after he saved him from drowning that day. Police reviewed surveillance video of the pool, which had fewer than 8 children in it at the time, and Stan was the only lifeguard stationed there at the time. The child was underwater for nearly 4 minutes, and when Stan spotted the boy, he jumped in and helped perform CPR, reviving the child. Police believe Stan should have found the child earlier. Surveillance footage shows Stan not using a cell phone or having any distractions, so it's unclear why it took him so long to notice. Police say it was a small, shallow pool, and it was his negligence that led to this crisis. Police are now charging him with reckless endangerment and risk of injury to a minor for the surveillance video. Do you think Stein should be punished for saving the drowning boy? Let me know what you think in the comments.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I could see his negligence though. It's like if you would have been doing your job, it's like you was asleep at the wheel. No pun intended. You know what I mean?
Okay, so he shouldn't even waited that long.
Yeah. That's the angle.
He was distracted. But, I mean, he
So
didn't
you
have a
don't
phone, so he was looking at something else.
Yeah, he was looking. Who knows? Yeah, he was
He was
daydreaming.
looking at something, exactly.
So yeah, they hitting him with the negligence, which, like, yeah, I mean,
But the kid is alive. The
I
kid
know,
is
but
alive.
yeah, but I'm not gonna
Like,
give you
come
no
on, like
kudos
he did
if
his
you'd have-
job, bro. Like,
no, if
I
you
mean,
did your job, he wouldn't even have been. You know what I'm saying? Like you were
I
hit either way, buddy.
understand.
If you didn't
Like,
revive him, you gonna get hit with negligence because he
you
died on
know
your
what's
watch.
so fucked
And if
up?
he
Like a
did,
lifeguard. Think about that title in itself, lifeguard. They're not even getting paid what they need to get paid for saving a life.
but
You understand what I'm saying? Like that shit is for he going to jail and he saved the kid's life.
you missed the part
She's
where
over there like, you need to die. You need to this. You need to die. And she's holding her kid.
yeah, but she's like, bro, he was under the water for 4 minutes.
But you know what?
What were you
fuck
doing?
were you? Where the fuck were you, bitch?
You
Where the fuck was she? How about that? Where was the mother? Where was the
She might not have
father?
they might have
She was over
been
there
with
doing
somebody. With somebody, yeah. Where were the other adults
that's the negligence. You leaving I know you ain't leave that kid in the pool by himself. Because if you did, that's negligence.
No, you got a lifeguard.
Yes,
there.
yes, the lifeguard is not a parent or a fucking guardian. You understand? Like,
But what if the
kid
parent or
most
the
of
guardian
time.
can't swim? Well, that's a shallow pool.
Then they should have never fucking took him to the pool. You understand what I'm saying? Like, hey, like I said, they want to put this huge responsibility on a child. Because even if the kid was 20 or 21, he still ain't got the capacity to understand what the fuck is going on. He's like, I'm a fucking lifeguard. I'm sitting in this chair. And like I said, his mind was somewhere else because they said he wasn't on his phone.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna charge him with nothing. I'm gonna just throw it out or whatever. But I'm as his employer, I'm gonna fire his ass.
Oh no! Listen, get fired. Get fired. You know what I mean? Do some probation work. Like you can never be a lifeguard again, type shit.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
How old
like
is
you're
he?
out the business, buddy. Hand over the whistle.
How old was the lifeguard again? What did it say?
I don't know. Play the clip. Like run that back, man. She didn't even say thank you
Say
for
you're a
saving my
coward,
son's
and I
life.
hope you rot in hell in prison for the rest of your damn life.
This is the moment an angry mother confronted a lifeguard who saved her son from drowning. Zachary Stein, 23, who works as a
23.
lifeguard at Chelsea Piers in Stamford,
23.
was arrested on charges of endangering the life of Adam Katak, a 5-year-old.
But he's at Chelsea Piers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the
5-year-old.
mom.
He was 5 years old.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where the fuck was she?
I don't know. But that place, right? It ain't like that's the place. It's a big place, so it's like. I mean, you could have the circumstances in which the kids at the pool could have been a pool party, could have been anything. Why they are there? You know what I mean? So it's like, but I'm not. Yeah, like, bro, you getting fired? But I'm not prosecuting you, but I'm definitely
She's like,
fired.
I hope you stay in jail for the rest of your life. Come on.
But okay, but I'm surprised at you right now because you ain't sent your ambulance chasers over here. Like you looking at this the wrong way, bro. How you ain't?
Oh no,
with
no,
the mom
listen. I
trying
know.
to sue the place,
I'm
but you ain't
lost.
finished?
I'm lost suing both ways.
Piers in Stamford, was arrested on charges of
Everybody getting
endangering the
sued.
life of Adam Katak,
All
a
right,
5
all right.
Everybody getting sued. Put it in. She gonna sue the pool place, get that money, and then he gonna sue the job and her for negligence, get her ass locked up too. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. Everybody in the club.
Everybody
in the club. That's it.
All right.
Like that's crazy, bro. Nah, like, but again, where the fuck is the mother? Because how is a 5-year-old again at the pool by themselves? Like it'd be different because remember
he get attention.
Exactly, because listen, he said that he was under the water for 4 minutes, so she was far enough that she wasn't even close enough screaming saying help my son, because he was still the one that noticed the kid was drowning and went in and got the kid and saved him, which is his job. But again, Like, you know what? Give that job to a firefighter or a fucking cop. At least you know them. You know what? They're working for the city. They got to do what they got to do. They're certified. Stop giving it to these fucking. Because most of the time, all these fucking lifeguards are teenagers. All the kids are lifeguards. All these kids are lifeguards. They're not really adults. Like, it's rare. The fact that they said he was 23. What the fucking last time you heard of a 23-year-old lifeguard?
He was definitely watching pussy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He was, because they said he didn't have a phone in his hand or nothing, so he was watching something else for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. He was like,
niggas can't even hold their breath out of water for 4 minutes.
I'm telling you, he was like, you know what? You just come over here. Hold on, baby. You know I'm a lifeguard, right? Is that kid drowning? Oh shit!
Nah, it wasn't one that he was talking to. It was the one that paid his ass no mind. They had his ass stuck. That walked by and just got that nigga stuck.
He's like, uh-oh, she's sunbathing now. Yeah. He said, there was only 8 people in the pool. There was another one he was just looking at. You know?
I'm looking at,
And little man. Like I said, but he made it though. I mean, unfortunately, due to his negligence. I mean, but again, like if the little kid would have had, brain damage or again lost some type of, again, like now it's time. Yeah, I hope you rot in jail. Now you deserve all of that. But the fact
he was
that
probably like, man, I don't give a fuck if somebody drowned. I gotta talk to this bitch.
He was talking. She's like, I don't think that kid can swim. He all right. That water's shallow. He's good.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Ain't no telling.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. That's why he's there, because he didn't really seem remorseful. He was just like, I still got the fuck that night.
Yeah. Still fuck. And the buckshot like still fuck though.
We don't know. We only seen some split seconds.
Because again, he's not. Because how can you sit there quietly when again, like not even like the defense? I would have came out. That would have been part of my statement. I would have been like, you know what? You wish I died. You wish I rot in jail. You know what? For all the right reasons, I will wish those things on myself too. But the fact that you're holding your child in your hands and he's not medically injured, I know I fucked up. But the fact that you wished all these things upon me, like I would have to say much worse, bro. Like, and I just won't say it because I got 2 sons. You understand what I'm saying? Because I can't even let those words come out of my mouth. But she would have been receiving some words she wouldn't want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
If he would have waited 1 more minute, that nigga would have looked like dude from X-Men in that fucking wheelchair.
A word, it'd have been over for him. I'm telling you, brain damage, all that. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not saying what he did wasn't wrong. Like I said, hey, he fucked up. He should have been watching. But again, to me, I look at it like it wasn't like, oh, this was a swimming class and all the lifeguards were around and he didn't do his job. Like, no, this was a place where people go to enjoy themselves, and you are a mother, and this kid is 5 years old. Where the fuck are you?
I mean,
Mom was on White Claws. Mom was on White Claws and shit.
She was on.
She might not even been there.
That's what I'm saying. She dipped off to the clubhouse.
I'm not holding him no type of criminally negligent or whatever. She might
the
consider
court
that.
is.
Well, they probably gonna dismiss that shit as he gonna get slapped on the wrist, a fine or something like that. I don't know. It depends on the definition of his job.
They said they're gonna give him jail time.
That's what they're seeking.
They give him jail time? Yeah.
No, they said that's what they're trying to give him. Yeah, that's what they're trying to. Let me see. I don't think that's what he got convicted of.
Oh, but that shit just sounds crazy.
Not much to say. You're a coward, and I hope you
You're
rot
a
in hell in
coward.
prison
He's
for
a
the rest of your
coward?
damn life.
This is the moment an angry mother confronted a lifeguard who saved her son from drowning. Zachary Stein, 23, who works as a lifeguard at Chelsea Piers in Stamford, was arrested on charges of endangering the life of Adam Katak, a 5-year-old boy, after he saved him from drowning that day. Police reviewed surveillance video of the pool and should have found it took him so long to notice. Police say it was a small, shallow pool, and it was his negligence that led to this crisis. Police are now charging him with reckless endangerment and risk of injury to a minor.
Okay, so we don't know. He just probably got arrested and got back out, made a statement, and he got to go to court about the shit, reckless endangerment, which we try to in jail. I think he gonna beat that shit. They're gonna be like, "Where was you at?" He gonna get fired. They should be trying to sue the place, but like you said, if he ain't got no brain damage, he ain't all fucked up, then it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey,
But
the settlement definitely gonna get given to the mother. That place is getting sued. But that kid, I mean, jail time? No. Banned from being a lifeguard forever? Yeah.
All right, remember switching gears on something, remember the clip that I had where it showed the white girl with the braids and how the black girl was trying to get at her? But take
yeah.
All right.
We wear that shit.
It's braids.
Take that shit out now.
Are you being for real?
Take that shit out now.
Okay, what's your problem?
Take that shit out now.
You were dressed in the sort
But take that shit out now.
Well, we got a new one.
Take that shit out. That shit ugly as fuck.
Sure, I'm gonna get weave in here. I'm gonna weave in here. Why is it short? No, I'm getting weave in here. I'm getting weave in here. Yes.
You got long hair already. You want some stitches?
I want weave.
We finna.
I want weave.
Hair long, so we finna get long.
Yeah, we finna get my hair long. We finna get lit.
We finna get lit.
Yeah, when she grows up and realizes who she is and what she is.
Did you see? But did you see? Now think about it. You hear how she's talking. You hear what she wants. She wants to weave. A little girl wants weave. All of a sudden, but again, here's the greatest moms of the years awards. Look how the little girl is posing. Is that a little kid pose?
Let me see. At the end, I don't know if she was.
Is that a little kid pose? Or is that, no, it's not an inappropriate pose, but it's what she sees. Remember, she wants to weave. She wants to be a big girl.
We twinning.
We twinning. You hear that? I didn't even see that part.
Yeah, we finna get my hair long. We finna get
lit. Lit.
We finna get lit.
Yeah, that right there.
Come on.
That's
Where she got that from? Her auntie and her mama? Because it definitely wasn't her friend at school.
Probably that, because they got it from their auntie and their mama. But yeah, I'm with you.
Exactly. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. I ain't never heard no little girl say, hey, I want to weave in my hair. Now all of a sudden, that's what they saying. That's
I'm glad I don't got no girls, man.
I'm telling you, me the same, bro. I got two boys. I'm good.
Bro, yeah, bro. I've been at the shotgun the day. I went and got a shotgun the day she was born.
Well, it went over. I kind of facing that with my goddaughter because she, you know what I'm saying, that's the only girl that I'm close to when it comes to that. So it's crazy seeing that shit, especially this day and age, the way society.
Yeah, now it's not the time for a girl right now. That's how I feel.
Nah, not unless you.
Boys too, though, because look what they doing to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother life.
Yeah.
I agree with all of that.
Yeah, it's true. It's a crazy conversation. You know what I mean? 'Cause they're already demasculating all these guys out here, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what we exactly heard it. That's what we were saying. Yeah. Those are the conversations being had without the conversations being had.
All right, Coach. I did see you earlier. I missed the comment. He said, I was still in Puerto Plata. I'm back at home. He said, have I ever been to La Barbera? I don't. Are you talking about the barbershop or that's in Puerto Plata right there next to the Bon ice cream shop across the street from the Plaza Mall? I think that's what you're talking about if you're talking about the barbershop. If not, you might be talking about a barbecue spot that got a name like that too. But I think you might be talking about the haircut spot that got the logo with the mustache, you know, on the window. And the girls in there, they give you the nice little, you know what I mean? They wash your hair and do all that shit. Yeah, see, I got video there. Like if I was on my big computer, I would show you. I got my haircut there. I went live. I've been there a couple times. Shout out to my man Big Mac. We went there and got our haircut and all that shit. Rest in peace to Big Mac. But yeah, that was right on the corner where that spot is at. Like literally like 40 yards down that street. That little, not the big street, the side street right there. That's where I used to stay at when I was in Puerto Plata. My first years going to the DR. Yep. But yeah, man, I got some footage.
I ain't had no fucking Duce this past weekend. That shit was wild. Everything that was going on.
Yeah, that was wild. Let me see here.
It was a wild weekend.
Yeah, it's a lot was going on. You talking about these YouTube streets, or what are you talking about?
YouTube shit.
Oh yeah.
What you saw happening in the YouTube streets?
Just everything. The funny shit was when Yoga was arguing with Gaines about that cologne shit, bro. I was in here dying, bro. I was fucking dying, bro.
See, I missed that.
Said he got stolen cologne, bro. I was in here dying, bro.
I actually missed that shit. That's funny. I didn't hear people making reference to it, but I didn't know I was just late on the joke. Check this. Speaking of, this shit was funny as hell to me. Check this out.
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office. Actually, so just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing? So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license. I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Yeah, look at the nigga's face.
Damn.
Are you?
This judge is from Michigan too, so all his fucking cases be funny as shit. Cause he'd be like, yeah, like I thought I played one before when the girl told me, it was like, all right, well, by you got the end of the day, report to whatever the circuit jail, blah blah blah. She was like, I ain't going. He was like, all right, well, I'm gonna send a ride for you. You'll know when they get there, they're gonna have the flashing red and blue lights. I said, oh man, this judge is the coldest. But he started in the beginning. He was like, are you driving? And dude was like, yeah, I'm parking. I'm going to my doctor's office.
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office. Actually,
I'm pulling into the doctor's office.
Just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
But I'm parking right now. Yeah, like when he parked his car, listen how confident he sounds.
Right now.
Are you stationary?
You stationary?
Right now.
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
I'm good, Judge.
All right. What are we doing? So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving.
He was just driving.
And he didn't have a license. I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Damn, look at his face, dog.
Yeah, that's sick.
Are you?
You know why he put that face? Because he got a date that night. He's like, fuck, man. That's why I rented the car for this bitch tonight.
There was another one where same judge dude is sitting there. He got I forget what his charge was, but he's sitting in there waiting because like when you in the video court like that, just like how this is, it's set up very similar. So when you're backstage, everybody can still see you, but you might not be, hosting it. So while the dude was backstage, he was rolling a blunt up and shit, and he was smoking a blunt. And one of the people was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna find that." It was the same judge. I was like, "Oh,
that's hilarious."
No. And and he was like, all right. He's like he's
They
smoking
thought they
some
wasn't on
marijuana
camera?
right now. Yeah, he didn't know. He had the phone like sitting on the dash of his car. I'm gonna find it. He might be going to jail. Yeah, his ass is done. Yeah, so that's just crazy. I'm gonna find that before the final clip of the day. The final clip of the day is a funny one, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's gonna be, I ain't gonna get the credit for breaking it, but I think it's probably gonna make World Star or some shit. I don't know. It ain't just that crazy, but like the way this shit viral, I always catch these clips. And I wasn't really good.
We did release the Thailand clip before everybody started talking about it. It was on James in the morning for everybody started talking about it. So,
hey y'all, I think this trailer finish and shit like that. I'm gonna start up. I'll just join pause. Fuck
All right,
get
bro.
back to work and shit.
No problem, man.
I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Pause. Yeah, stay safe,
All right,
bro.
G.
All right, peace. Thanks for pulling up. Yeah, I did get to that one. I didn't even tell you. Yeah, I saved that for the after the show, the post-production meeting. I'll tell you something, update about that. I don't want to ruin the surprise in that one. All right, so let me see if I can find the other clip I was just talking about. All right, it would be like, it was the same judge. Let me see. Video court.
I'm still bugging about that lifeguard. Like the fact that he's even in jail right now. Like that's just crazy. Like,
oh, there's a couple of them. All right, so here's yeah. All right. Let me see. Damn, I forgot about this other one. The same thing. All right, I'm gonna pull up two different ones because this one was funny. Then I'm gonna pull the one I was referring to originally. Because this is a short one right here. Man, I would have let this guy go because he fucking kept it real. Let's see here.
I've never seen this judge.
Yeah, he's from Michigan, like over somewhere in Detroit. But he be fucking keeping it real with people that had me dying. But he don't fuck around. That be the thing. He kind of ruthless.
Okay, y'all. Look, man, I gotta be straight up to you, man. You know, you done put me in prison twice, man. All right, I've been on probation for like 30 years. You didn't have me on probation for 30 years, Your Honor. All right.
He's smoking.
So, I mean, get me up on probation, man. Like I ain't did nothing. Like I'm trying to do the best thing that I could. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids don't deal with me no more. I mean, I'm trying. So, you know.
He's moving to the side.
I'm trying to find a job. So what we gonna do about this?
I'm trying to find a job.
Defendant's remanded to Washington County Jail to serve 10 days for a violation of the day.
He said, "Yeah, I'm a damn."
Defendant's remanded to Washington County Jail to serve 10 days for a violation of the day.
You better enjoy that, but I'll be smoking one on the way to jail, man. Fuck that. And he said he been on probation for 30 years. 30 years! Beat it. Beat 30 years. Everybody think Carlito's way. 30 years.
Damn, I forgot I was muted. I had to mute. Yeah, damn, I was fucking muted. All right,
30
that was
years
the.
in Attica.
This one right here is the original idea, the inspiration that I brought that other clip up because of this one right here. And this has got to be one of the dumbest motherfuckers.
Nah, that dude Robin was stupid.
Same judge though. Same judge. He ruthless. You don't fuck around.
Next, we're in District Court in Ann Arbor, Michigan. 36-year-old Anthony Lane is before Judge Cedric Simpson for a virtual conference. 6 months earlier, Lane was charged with 1 count of possessing methamphetamine or ecstasy and 1 count of possessing a narcotic, cocaine or heroin. Today, Lane is requesting to waive his right to a probable cause hearing and have his case sent straight to circuit court.
Mr. Lane, please state your name for the court.
Anthony Lane.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Yeah, a waiver for continued plea negotiations and resolution in circuit.
You understand you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution?
Yes, sir.
Everything seems to be going as planned until the judge asked the prosecutor if he also agrees to waive the probable cause hearing.
People also waive their right?
Your Honor, I'll agree to waive, but I do want to make a statement on the record. It appeared that earlier in this time block that Mr. Lane was rolling a blunt and might have been smoking.
Earlier that day, while Lane waited in the virtual courtroom, he decided to have a smoke.
You.
Another defendant waiting for the judge did a double take when he noticed what Lane was up to. While recreational marijuana use is legal in Michigan, Lane is out on bond and strictly prohibited from taking any drugs or controlled substances. Lane looked cautiously out the vehicle's window, but paid no attention to the phone in front of him that was broadcasting what he was doing, not only on the internet, but directly to the court.
That's crazy.
He continued smoking during the session and flaunted the blunt up close while Judge Simpson was handling other cases. Court staff took notice and informed the prosecutor.
You're given that information. I guess we need to adjourn the PCC so Mr. Lane and I can speak further before we wait.
Yeah. I think that might be wise. Mr. Lane, you understand what's happening now?
Yeah.
As part of his bond conditions, Lane is also supposed to be taking regular drug tests.
When's the last time you tested?
2 weeks ago.
You were supposed to be testing 2 times per week.
I tested back to back.
Oh, smart hustle. You heard what he said?
Okay, have you tested this week?
No, sir.
I'm also going to order that you're to report to Community Corrections today for a test.
Your Honor, I have no ride today.
Well, you better find somebody to get you a ride down here. I'm ordering a test. You're the one that brought this on yourself by what you did. So I'm ordering a test today.
Okay,
if you don't test today, I'm going to be issuing a warrant to have you picked up.
But as the judge moves on, Lane lingers on the call and lets out a laugh.
Keep laughing, Mr. Lane. I don't think you want to do that. Not with me. Better take yourself off before you think things are too funny. Thank you.
I wasn't laughing at you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Court calls case, People versus Chandler Langston.
Lane never made it to Community Corrections that day, nor did he appear at his next conference. Judge Simpson issued a warrant for his arrest and revoked bond. So,
fucking around.
That's crazy.
Lane don't be fucking around. So yeah, he starts seeing some Judge Lane clips watching because he be going in. He be catching something. Because they be trying to talk back and be ratchet. He be like, "Oh, I'm not the one. I don't think you know about me." I'd be like, yeah, dude, look high as fuck.
No, but you know what's fucked up though? Check this out, like, right? Okay, he got in trouble for smoking weed, but what if he would have been drinking?
But they the same thing. They could order you not to drink, and you got caught drinking. You know what I mean? I know.
No, but no, I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying he still gets drug tests and all that. But what if he just decided to get drunk that day, not smoke weed, just get drunk? Will he still get in trouble? Because he wasn't in trouble for. Is that a controlled substance?
It can.
That's not a controlled substance.
It depends if that's a term.
Alcohol?
Yeah, it can be.
Nah.
If you got like a DUI or something.
Legalized marijuana is a controlled substance.
I know. What I'm saying is he's out on bond or whatever. He had got trafficking, blah blah blah, and as part of his agreement
you can't smoke,
drug
yeah.
tests 2 times a week, so they already know you ain't supposed to be smoking weed if it's legal or
You
not.
should have became an
I said the
alcoholic
same
after
thing
that.
with people I know personally. They caught DUIs, and you know what I'm saying, and multiple, and then that was one of the like you can't be drinking. You know what I mean? Like one of my a couple people I know, one of them had a damn breathalyzer put on their car. You know what I'm saying? And I know
Yeah, they
couldn't
gotta
even
do
like
it
be
every time they
fucking
before they
bars and
drive.
shit like that.
Yeah, I seen that shit. That shit is crazy. They be having other
Like
people.
where, and I can see
Sometimes
his
they
like
have
drinking might not have
for
got
the
him though.
pause.
Yeah.
That's crazy. When they put that in 40-year-old version, he says you can't ingest drugs while on probation. No drugs. You know what I'm saying? So alcohol is not a drug then. So what I'm saying is if he decided to get drunk that day, could they get mad at him for drinking beer? Like let's say, you know how he was rolling up a blunt and smoking? What if instead of doing that he was just drinking, like just getting the beers and drinking? Would they still like yell at him? Would he still be in trouble? Because he's drunk at yeah, probably because he's drunk at court, right? Probably. I think so. Definitely intoxic. Yeah, public intoxication. Yeah, alcohol definitely is a drug. You're right about that. So you can always try the system at your own risk. Yep. I mean, there was somebody that said the laws are only real when they catch you. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it just made up. They're just words on a piece of paper. You understand?
Yo.
Internet. Yeah, you smoking a blunt in court. You done. Yeah, I got you. I hear you. I hear you now. I hear you.
All right, yeah, my bad, my shit.
That was your timer. That was the YouTube timer.
That was a YouTube timer. All right, what all that? Let me see.
So you can get away a million times. Because I told him, I said the laws are only real if they catch you. So other than that, they're just words on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You understand?
I mean, it is. I say it's not a the problem ain't breaking the laws. The problem is getting caught.
You can get away a million times, yeah.
But if you get caught, it could be, you know what I mean, dire punishment. So, you know, this final video we're gonna go out with.
So you got the final video?
Yeah, the final video, you know what I mean, is gonna be you know, crash out moment, and it's going out. Remember, you seen it here first, you know what I'm saying? So the handful of y'all that's in the building catch the final video.
All right, estoy policia. Okay, all right. Get what? None. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Oh, no siento. All right, let me go. No, estoy policia. Okay, get off me though. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. No. Get off my phone. Get off my phone. Get off my phone. Let me go. You let me go. You let me go. I delete. You let me go. I delete. All right. You let me go.
Me not talking for you and the police.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. I'll delete.
Delete.
No. Let me go. Let me go.
Delete.
No.
No,
Let me go.
delete.
I'm not running. Let me go.
No, delete.
Let me go. I'll delete. No, let me go. Let me go.
Delete the video.
She's fucking with me. What is wrong with her? No, she. I wasn't doing nothing. No, she's fucking. I delete. Then tell her let me go. Tell her let me go. What is wrong?
A Star is Born.
Let me go. Let me fucking go, bitch.
Let me go. Who is that?
Let me go. I'll delete. Delete.
Delete.
No, fuck out. I delete. You let me go. Let me go. I delete. Let me go. I delete.
That's it. This
All
shit's
right, then
good,
let me go.
bro.
Let me go. 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 Let me go.
Let me go. Let me go.
Let me go. No, let me go. Let me go. No, let me go. Let me go. No, let me go. Wait.
Write me a letter. So that nigga put a grievance in.
Y'all, peace out to everybody out there. Have a good week. We see y'all on Friday.